And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Verstappen, Russell and Charles Leclerc. With qualifying complete, all that remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then. So with the race, and joining me once again in the commentary box today is, of course, former World Endurance Champion Anthony Davidson. Now, can I get your take on Max Verstappen?
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? So we're in for an exciting start then, I'm sure, and then they'll all start to settle down a bit and try and find a rhythm as they plan the next phase of the Grand Prix. It's important to know when to push and when to hold back so as not to overcook those tyres early on.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Issues coming off the practice starts. Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want you to bog down.
Does that work? Mute microphone. Oh. It's being on mute.
So you're muting your microphone now?
No, I haven't. I've unmuted it.
No, that says
mute. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully you can hear me now. So, as I was trying to say earlier, this is the first challenge with Sergio Perez at his home Grand Prix. Obviously, with the formation lap. And as I was going to say, it would be cool to see, I know it might cause some glitches first early on, but it would be cool to see if EA and Codemasters could make like a, like you can actually drive in the pit lane and a few other features, like when you crash out, you get to like press buttons to jump out the car, and you have to go to media to say what happened, and you have to go to the team. I think that would be quite cool because it gives it more of an immersive reality to the game, because in my team in career mode, you know, hats off to them, they've done my team really nice game mode, really well done. See, these mediums aren't easy to warm up. See if we can just get a bit of tyre temperature. I'm obviously trying to save the tyre wear too, because I know it really can hurt. And we'll be pushing quite far up the grid. Lance Stroll and Sebastian Vettel are two Aston Martins on the soft compounded tyres, so they'll be ones to watch at the start. They might be able to get the way up the field. We're starting dead last, so the leaders, we can just, we don't have to wait for much longer when we get to the grid. Let's just warm our brakes up. Got Nicholas Latifi back. Isn't much of a surprise. If you're an F1 fan, you'll know what I'm on about. Put it in neutral. See, can we get purple? Oh yes, purple of course. Sergio Perez. Right, we're gonna go to 5 red lights, 13,000 revs. Overtake mode on. It's lights out, and the way we go for the last of first challenge here at Mexico. A good start there in the second phase. We've got Nicholas Latifi off the start. Now it's going to be the slipstream game. We've got Lance Stroll in front of us. We're going to try and use his slipstream. We don't want to use all of our battery early on. We're going to go for a big send down the inside here on half the grid it looks to be. We're already up into P12, a bit of contact, you can hear the cars rubbing, trying to leave each other some room. The tyres would have lost a bit of temperature, waiting for the lights to go out, look behind. Okay, we've got a decent gap to Magnussen, 4 tenths. Now it's all starting to kick off in front of us, so we're just probably going to try and wait for an opportunity. All the cars around us are on the soft compounded tyres, so it'll be harder for us to try and make our way through. We're going to have a look on the inside of Schumacher. We've got the inside of Schumacher, but the tyres lighting up on the rails, let's see. They got some temperature into them, so we're just going to have to see, probably give them a lap or two, because this year cold tyres are actually a thing compared to last year. It would say on the graph you've got cold tyres, but you wouldn't be able to feel it, while this year you can. We're going to got Gasly in front of us, who is on the mediums, which is quite helpful. But we're just going to try and save some battery, because I did do a 5-lap race yesterday, and we've made a bit of contact with Gasly. Go wide, leave him some space. Trying to get the switch back, we've got Schumacher straight back on our inside, trying to take advantage, but he can't take advantage of the incident. We're going to use a bit of our overtake here, see if we can get past Pierre Gasly on the main straight. He's going to be using his overtake, so we're just going to try and go defensive. Hear the car scraping across the floor. Gasly is going to start to use his overtake, no doubt. We're going to try and save some now, even though we've got to try and catch up. We've got some medium runners around us, which is helpful. Got Ocon, who is on the softs, and then Hamilton, who is on the mediums. So we've just gone a bit deep there, trying to catch up to Ocon, because we really want to get into the top 5 at least before our pit stop window. So this first stint is crucial for trying to make time up and hopefully win the Mexican GP as Sergio Perez, as the homeboy. So trying to catch up now. It's got some of our ERS back, which is good. We've catched up to Ocon on pure pace. Just the car stepping out. Now we're on the back of Ocon. DRS is going to be enabled next lap. We won't have it on the main straight though, so you're just going to have to try and get a good exit and use slipstream. Bit of wheel spin there, but we see Ocon, you can tell, is using his overtake. We set the fastest lap of 1:20.4. DRS is now enabled this lap. We can see Ocon will stop using his overtake. We're not. We're going to use our pure power of the Red Bull power unit to try and stream alongside Ocon. It was Ocon. He goes deep, but we tried to get the switch back, but we don't need to because we've already got enough grip to get past Ocon. And now it looks to be 3-car battle. It should be 4 cars soon. We're in P9. So we're well in the points now. Norris, Ricciardo and Hamilton. Ricciardo's done well. I'm pretty sure he started 9th in this race, so he's got a good start. Obviously this is sadly his last season so far in F1. Rumours are going around in the paddock that he's a reserve driver for Red Bull. That'd be quite cool to see, because the last time he drove for Red Bull was in 2018. With Max Verstappen as his teammate. We've got DRS. It's a DRS train now, so we're just going to have to try and get good exits to try and maximise our overtakes. But it's Hamilton, and there's a yellow flag, and oh, Norris's engines blew up right in front of us. Hamilton's trying to take avoided action, nearly goes into us. That surely must be a safety car. We're going to take advantage. We've actually overtook.
Okay, mate, that was an illegal manoeuvre. You've got to see
Yeah, hands up, that was my fault. I didn't see the yellow flags. I thought we were in the green flag zone, but Ocon's tried to take advantage now. We're going to have to go defensive. And he's got Hamilton's slipstream now, but Hamilton is saving the RSs like us, but we've got the better power unit. We're going to try and make it. Ocon nearly made it 3 wide going into turn 1. Hamilton goes in deep. It's side by side into turn 2, into turn 3. We come out as the strong victors. Now I've got Ricciardo in P6 here. Hamilton trying to get a move on us. We go defensive. We want to keep this P7. It's Hamilton trying to go round our outside. We'll leave him room. He's going to get past us here, I'm pretty sure. But on the better exit, we'll get the power down and move up. But Hamilton, aggressive, makes us go wide, trying to leave him room. Wow, the AI is so aggressive on this game compared to last year's game, which is really, really good to see. Because now you can actually have battles, and look at the time Ricciardo has gained on us just from a little battle. Hamilton is going to have DRS on us, but we got a good exit, so he won't close in as much. But But Lando Norris is out of the Mexican Grand Prix with a very big engine failure there. That's something rare to see on the McLaren this year. We haven't really seen much of their power unit go, so it's sad to see he's out of the Mexican Grand Prix. Let's hope it's not like that in real life. Now it's to gain on Ricciardo. Let's see when our pit window is. Lap 11 to 17. And they'll go on the soft compound tyres, which is going to give us some boost, so some stronger pace. But you see, the power unit of the Red Bull is so much more stronger than, I'm pretty sure the McLaren uses the Mercedes power unit. But I really do like the McLaren livery, what they've put into the game. It's really, really nice. Cool design. And if you guys don't know, next week they're actually adding a it's kind of like a livery update where the cars are similar to real life, because you know, like with all the side pods, it's a big change, and I'm really excited to see that. So we're gonna have DRS on Ricciardo here. This is where Leclerc crashed out. As we just use a bit of track limits there. You see, just trying to keep within Ricciardo to make a move. We're gonna have a closer look. It's getting very close, but we're not gonna do a silly one. We want to keep on the front wing. We want to keep, you know, our nose in the game. See how close, how late we are on the brakes. Ricciardo, who actually tries to avoid the bollard there. Look how close we are. It's practically bumping him. So we go a bit wide, but Hamilton's going to take advantage of this battle. We've got 81% ERS, so we've really saved up, but we're not going to use any. And look at this, just absolutely breeze past Ricciardo into the top 6. Alonso 4.8 seconds in front of us. We're going to have another blast of DRS on the next mini straight, so that'll be handy to just catch up to Alonso a little bit, pull a bit of a gap from Ricciardo. .4 seconds, so we've gained a lot on Alonso just from that DRS. As we lock up a little bit and go a bit deep, that's going to give Ricciardo some benefits. He's going to catch up a little bit, but I think this is a good spot for our strategy so far. Don't forget the AI rule box a little later than me and Hamilton in the top 10 so far. I'm pretty sure Gasly too on the mediums, so we're probably going to go a lap or two longer. Depending on how I keep the tyres from now, I might go a bit deeper into the race with them.
Okay, gap to the car ahead is 3.9 seconds.
So it's our new engine here. Says to us how big the gap is to Alonso. It's 3.8 seconds now. I can just tell the fronts is just starting to go a little bit, but we should be able to keep it nice and clean. 20.4 the fastest lap. We still hold that. We will definitely go quicker on the soft compounded tyres, I can tell you that now, guys. So using all the track going into turn 1 over that curb. I know in 2021 you could actually go over them sausage curbs. This year the curbs actually make a big difference. Definitely those sausage curbs, they can really yeah, but if I use it more, then I'm just going to lose a bit of it, and then at the end of the race I won't have as much to play with compared to the AI. I'm probably using theirs to gain or just attack or defend. It's a bit like BTCC this year with their new hybrid system, which I definitely think was a cool feature, but maybe a bit more horsepower to the hybrid. It's, you've seen all year, most people, whoever qualify first, will win race 1 and probably win race 2 without any crashes or failures. If you guys don't follow BTCC, if you do, we all know Tom Ingram won the BTCC Championship and Josh Cook won the Independence title in BTC, so hats off to them, well done. Fair play, he's had a strong season, Josh Cook. You know, at the start of the year, as people are starting to pit now, we're in P3, so in a strong position. Our teammate Max Verstappen on the medium compounded tyres, who takes the lead. Him and Leclerc are actually battling each other. But as I was saying, Josh Cook had a strong start to the season. He was leading the championship, and I've got a funny feeling next year he will be the BTCC champion. The momentum he's going to carry into the winter break, thinking, okay, we've got a strong car for next year. We've had a strong car this year. You know, let's go for next year and hopefully win the title. And I've got a funny feeling he will. And let's see if BTC Racing can win the BTCC title next year. But as we go back to F1, Verstappen and Leclerc are still going at it for each other. This is just making us catch up to them both, but I've got a funny feeling Leclerc is going to pit at the end of this lap, which is going to give me and Verstappen P1 and 2, and we'll lock up, going deep into the stadium section now as we go a bit deep into the corner there, which isn't the greatest. Lose a bit of time. We could have hooked that curve up more. As I said, Leclerc into the pit lane. Where's teammate? Oh, okay then.
Trailing our teammate by 5.5 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in first. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 21.7.
So definitely quicker than Verstappen. That's a positive to take away. Going to come out P12 if we stay where we are. But look at the amount of people on the medium compounded tyres. Zhou, I'm pretty sure he hasn't pitted yet. The same with probably the rest of the grid. Just run a bit deep. I can tell the mediums are just starting to go. So I think Verstappen's going to pit this lap, so we'll probably pit the lap after, because we'll have to go out with the bangers. We've got pretty much full ERS battery, so we'll probably use a bit of that just to make sure that we don't lose much time in the pit stop phases. Most people on the mediums will probably pit this lap. If they are both on mediums, then they'll probably pit a lap after. Coming out this stadium section now on the main straight. Verstappen hasn't pitted, so he's probably going to go a lap longer. Our pit window is next lap. Our tyres will probably have to pit. Copy that. Is into the left, into the right we go. Oh, and the car spins out on us, and we have probably just lost second. Our strategy has now gone downhill. Hamilton is catching up to us. Hamilton is going to get past us here. So our strategy has just gone downhill. Verstappen extends the lead on us, but has that just chucked our race win possibly away? Now I've got to battle Hamilton. Wow, that was unexpected. I could feel the car just starting to go, but I thought I could have kept it. Clearly not. My skills aren't good enough for F1, it seems like. You can see Hamilton sliding. I can tell the mediums are starting to go off, and Verstappen is probably going to pit this up, which is going to really hurt us.
Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
See, locked up trying to not run into the back of Hamilton. Oh, yep. We have lost all grip on the front. Yeah, that spin has really hurt us. Verstappen stays out. We're going to pull into the pit lane. Our mediums are just not good. We've got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. This race is going downhill. 2.3 seconds. Well, that 5-second penalty. Well, is Zhou. I think he's sped into the pit lane too. So this race, he's not in the pit lane. So we just tried to defend on him. Coming out the pit lane, can we just get past him on the brakes? We've just locked up a little bit. This is exactly what we don't need to have doing. Battling slower cars down the grid. But if you guys do like today's stream, please leave a like, subscribe and turn notifications on, because next month there will be a video on the R-Factor 2 game with the new BMW BTCC car coming to the game, which is really cool. I cannot wait for that. So make sure you guys are subscribed for that content to come out, because R-Factor is doing really well with the BTCC content. I am absolutely loving it. on the brakes into the stadium section. We put the purple sector 2. I can feel how much faster we are on these soft compounded tyres. See, the car is so much more stable now with these tyres. We just Latifi P9 pulling into the pit lane. Wow. As Hamilton goes on to the hard compounded tyres, Verstappen still isn't pitting, so he's clearly going long on the strategy. There are still quite a lot of people who still are yet to pit. I just came in a lap or two early just for the tyres because I could feel after that spin they really went off. I didn't want to just waste any more time. Just come in, get it all sorted. And we've managed to beat Hamilton on the pit stops. Managed to beat, oh, had a bit of a lock up there. Managed to beat Hamilton in the pit stop phase, which is really good. Hamilton and lock-on battles, so we don't have to worry about that. Now into the very twisty section as Verstappen pulls into the pit lane as the race leader.
Max is coming in for his stop.
As we put the brakes on into the stadium section, we go now into the left, into the right, which twists onto a very little straight and then into another right-hander, onto a looping right-hander again, and then on the main straight we now go. We set another fastest lap at 19.5, so we are getting quicker and quicker. We're catching up to Fernando Alonso, who's still yet to pit, I'm pretty sure. So this race is getting really spicy.
I've got some information on Hamilton for you. They've got some kind of mechanical problem.
Safety car? Oh, nearly again. Please Hamilton, bring the safety car out. That would really help me out. It looks like with that spin what I had, it's probably just messed our strategy up now. We're catching up to the other Alpine car, so possibly as we just have a tiny lock up.
If you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do.
Copy that. Oh, we've had another spin and we've lost a bit of our front wing. The curb just sent us round and the race is definitely not going to be won now. So we've got Hamilton to try and battle off, but we really need to pull into the pits again for a front wing change. This race is not going well. Ever since that spin it's gone okay, but now we're spinning out and losing our front wing. It's all gone wrong. We possibly won't win the Grand Prix now without a safety car. We could really use a safety car. Let's go a bit slower into the pit lane now. I thought we're going to serve our penalty, which is good. But we're probably going to fall to plumb last now, guys, which is not the best. Oh.
That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting.
I just need to pray for a safety car. I hope someone crashes out and causes a big crash. But it looks like we're now in plumb last. How much can we revive from this race? Only 5 laps remaining. Gonna be full steam ahead now. Don't worry about the tyres, just go for it. Got some battery to play with. Oh, and we've done a double lock up on the front. Our tyres very cold on the front. It's got a Joe at the back of the grid. I'm pretty sure it was in P4 earlier on. Careful that curb what sent us round. Over the curb, bit of track limits there. We're definitely catching up with Guan Yu Zhou. He's on the hard compounded tyres, which gives us easier to catch up to him. Just take the board out there, really trying to use most of the track just to catch up to the Alfa Romeo car, trying to catch up and probably...
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
probably won't be able to salvage any points out of this.
Front is 1.5 seconds.
Use a bit of battery on the straight to try and gain on Joe. So over the curbs we go. Into the left, into the right, put the power down. Up by 3/10, which is good, so possibly a new fastest lap of the race, as we are definitely on the back. We're not going to wait for the next straight for DRS. We're going to send it on the inside. Joe's going to leave us just enough room for a car to get through into P18. I don't think I'll be saying that in this today's stream. Definitely P1 I would have been thinking, but looks like the last to first challenge won't be happening. Looks like it will just be wherever I can go from last after a crash. Just about got the car turned in. So we've got Tsunoda, Latifi. Just can't get the front turned in there. Car stepping out on the rear. And it's not going to be an improvement. So let's see if we can catch up to the cars in front as we have a lock up into turn 1, which isn't the greatest. Luckily we've not got a 5-second penalty, so Joe won't be able to snatch P18 off us, which really isn't a really big deal because it's pretty much still plumb last. So we have another lock up. Definitely catching up to Tsunoda in 7 seconds up the road. That is going to be some task, only within 3-4 laps. But DRS on the main straight is definitely going to help us catch in. It's already 6.5 seconds to a Williams, which probably won't be the hardest to overtake, not going to lie. As you see, look how close we are to the AlphaTauri, which did used to be Toro Rosso. We're already past Tsunoda before we get to the straight, and we're going to have DRS down the main straight, but Tsunoda is going to try and come back at us. We're going to have to try and defend here, but with the ERS we're just going to turn the ERS off. Going to go back to the racing line. If Tsunoda sends it, we'll be able to see if he does. It doesn't look like he will. We've had a very big lock up there. I'm trying to defend from Tsunoda, who wants his P17 back. Open DRS. 4.7 seconds now, and then Vettel probably won't be in striking distance. So, as we have another big lock up. Sends us off-road and get some dirty stuff on our tyres. Luckily for the double right, we managed to keep it. So it's just going to be given everything now for trying to see if we can salvage P16. Looks like it might have to be a P17 here. Go into the left, we go into the right, bit of slidiness on the car. We're on the final lap of the race, so it looks like it's going to be a P17 here at the Mexican Grand Prix. Definitely not what Perez wanted to see, but hopefully in real life Checo will have a victory. And definitely fighting for P2 in the championship is a very big thing. They've won the Constructors. Max has won the title. They've never had a 1-2 in the championship before, so Red Bull. Max is in the lead. It's going to be interesting. As Verstappen's already crossed the line. He's already won the Grand Prix, and we're still only probably halfway around the track from where he is. So Max Verstappen wins the Mexican Grand Prix. But hopefully in real life it won't be like that. It'll be Checo, hopefully. It's his home Grand Prix. He got P3 last year, as we might be able to get Latifi here. But his DRS, we're going to give it absolutely everything use our battery up. We've got 20% left. We're catching up and we've locked up. We've actually gone into the back of Latifi. Was that a tactic maybe? It looks like we're not going to get a P16 with Latifi using maybe some tactics there. We come up to the line. It's going to be very close. It's going to be only 87,000, but in P17. Oh, that was not a result I was looking for, guys. I'll definitely say that. But we do get driver of the day, so obviously it's home Grand Prix, so the Mexicans probably give him driver of the day.
So, another fantastic victory.
So Max Verstappen wins the Mexican Grand Prix, as Russell gives him a congratulations.
The track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
Trying to get some suspension data there, to try and steal something from Red Bull.
Winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams.
Max Verstappen, George Russell and Charles Leclerc is the podium. As Max gets the trophy, celebrates for the team, and then we will have the champagne in a few moments time. There you go, there's the champagne. Max, Charles Leclerc spraying some champagne on Max Verstappen. As they go on for the podium photo.
Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Well, there was a lot of incredible driving out there today, but if I had to pick someone, it's got to be Sergio Perez. Fantastic driving.
Well, what an end to another fantastic
Yeah, it could have been
weekend of
better,
racing.
I'll definitely
Let's
say that. Definitely would have been better without the spin, but you know, it's racing, guys, you can't do anything about that. But if you did like today's video, guys, please leave a like, subscribe and turn notifications on, and definitely don't want to miss next month's video about the BTCC BMW car. But from the Typhoon Racing headquarters, adios, bye guys.